Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and maybe even good night to all you beautiful people out there that tune in to this wonderful show called Wealth is Health, a standard made simple for your health, wellness, and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Quentin Edwards, aka Mr. Awesome or Mr. Awesome Q, whichever one floats your boat the best. I am coming to you guys live today with some hopefully inspirational things for you, as usual, per se, to inspire you to create a standard needed to achieve everything you need out of your fitness, out of your wellness, and out of your health challenges in your life. Everything that this show particularly partakes in is the renewal, the rebirth, and the continuation of understanding a simple psychology, a simple standard, a mindset building, achievement of the importance of maintaining and advancing in simple health. So what we'll be getting in today, guys, it's pretty simple. Today's podcast is all about 3 signs you are not healthy. 3 signs you're not healthy. And if we have time, we'll go into 3 things that you're not doing, which will probably most realistically be a next podcast. 3 things you're not doing, or 3 things that you should be doing to incorporate better health in your life. Now, again, before I get started, the exciting news on the special podcast edition we will have some special guests coming up. I have some very important podcasts coming up, especially with a nutrition specialist. I have he's not a fitness expert, but I consider him one. He works out a lot. He trains a couple people, and he gives you an inside and outside look as far as himself, what he does, and what he helps people achieve as far as physical fitness. So exciting news, exciting things going on, guys. And all I want you to do is in tune yourself with this podcast as far as believing in what is realistic for you. Everything that I set out for you guys to achieve is something that I can see myself doing, is what I always want to start with. And things like calorie counting, cutting any and every single thing out your diet. I mean, certain things that should be cut out your diet, but if you're just so in tune with them, like for example, with me in sweets or such as candy or maybe chips, I cut them out to a point where they don't affect me, but I do indulge in them because it is one of my weaknesses as well. So, again, 3 signs you are not healthy. 3 signs you are not healthy. What do you think they could be? Yes, I am talking to you. 1, let's just be obvious. Let's be upfront. Let's be quite frank. If you are overweight, if you are obese, if you get up out of a chair a weird way, if you are stiff every single morning you wake up, if you lack energy, if you are not or do not have a revital, refresh, pop-up feeling when you wake up, these could be signs that you're overweight, obese, or lack a specific achievement as far as energy levels with achieving health and wellness that you need. Maybe it might be through a lack of fitness or a lack of diet or a lack of just not doing, maybe you don't do both. So people who are overweight obviously challenge or faced with a lot of difficulties every day with my main source of income, which again, I sell life insurance. So some of the physical things I have to do is ask people, what's your height, what's your weight, right? Now the height to weight index doesn't necessarily scare me a lot. That thing that we use and the doctors use is typically out of date compared to what people are doing nowadays. And just from the times it was made at. But some things are obvious, right? You're 5'5", 250. I don't care how much muscle you have. And most times, it's just kind of impossible to be 5'5", 250, male or female, and be all muscle, right? So, obvious signs. Asking people for medications during my main income, my career, my function in life has allowed me to see again how unhealthy people are. So, just to typically tie this into one before I move to two, being overweight is obviously not a good thing. It's something that you should be endure, concern to make sure you keep and get in check. It's not something that you should play about and something you keep putting off. Well, I talked to one gentleman yesterday. Hey, I don't eat a lot and I don't see myself doing this, and I'm gonna say, hey, so what's the issue, guy? What's the issue, my friend? Well, I know what I'm doing wrong. I say, yeah, what's that? It's the sweets, and I drink this and I do that, and I say, yeah, why don't you cut them out? And he wasn't an extremely fat guy. He was a younger guy. He was probably about 5'9" at the most, 250 pounds, which is obviously, it doesn't sound good on paper, but he looks better than what most of you guys are probably visualizing. He just, like he said, has a little gut that he wants to get rid of, and a lot of stuff that's holding him back is most likely a lack of fitness. He said he doesn't work out much, and two, sweets, carbs, the typical weaknesses as far as stuff that shouldn't be doing. Simple things that I told him was, hey, cut the teas out, cut the bullshit with the sodas out. If you're going to drink tea, dilute it with water. Have tea, have water. It's one thing if you're not going to eat healthy. So what I typically tell people, or the healthy is, don't go behind your body's back and start feeding it with sugary contents and sweets and all this stuff if you're not going to drink water all day, every day, or some type of healthy teas that don't have, 5 grams of sugar in it and stuff like that. Be your body's best friend, because your body's trying to be your best friend, because I think you guys need each other to survive in this life. So you might want to get that friendship connected. Sign number 2, you take too many not too many medication. You take medications for anything related to illness, whether it's a serious illness, a non-serious illness, a common, and it's the standard, unfortunately, in today's world, especially in the United States. You have serious illness and you have non-serious illnesses. But to me, if you take medication for anything, whether it's one pill or multiple pills, which again, I see this on a day-to-day basis, you lack a healthy body, and obviously you lack a healthy mindset and standard. Because imagine this is the scariest thing that I could think of having to take medication that's not forced on me by some type of rare virus or genetic disease and all that type of stuff. I'm not necessarily talking to those people. I'm talking to people that's forced things upon themselves, such as high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes, right? The thing about those is, imagine your security breach, or a simple way to say this, imagine living outside the United States, right? Or imagine the United States trembled down and spiraled to virtually nothing, to where it should be kind of very hard. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but the pharmaceutical industry went out of business or was disrupted because of some natural disaster, et cetera, and then you don't have your medication available to you or affordable anymore. What do? Do you just simply roll over and die, or do you throw in the towel? Well, some people will die if they can't take their medications. That's a very, very sad world to live in, and I've seen countless baby boomers injected with this lifestyle. Basically, that's how they're going to die. And honestly, guys, when you have to rely on a multi-billion-dollar industry that kind of already does what they want anyways, and then you add things that can and hopefully might or might not happen, or might happen to the cycle of security or insecurities, or just problems such as natural disasters, maybe a comet comes in and hit, maybe go to war, maybe somebody bombs something, maybe we get in an argument with some country that supplies X, Y, and Z, and you can't get your medication like you need and should because you've abused your body for so long to where it needs it to have its insulin shot or it does this. And if you don't take your diabetes pills and you're still taking all your blood pressure medications, then it drops your sugar and et cetera, et cetera. I ain't trying to get into the whole detailed spiral of it. Just, we all know something bad will happen. You don't want to be in that picture. And to me, it's one thing I'm always thinking when people give me multiple medications. I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? What happens if I ask people and they just, I hope it doesn't happen, or I ain't going to be here much longer, so I shouldn't have to wear it. Come on. Look at the mindset. Come on, people. Come on. All I'm saying, especially if you're younger, if you have kids that you're still raising or influencing, come on. It's the same thing. You can't predict or put people in a situation, or you shouldn't want to be in a situation where that's your simple understanding of things. Our standard here is to be on no medications at all. That is a healthy person. Period. I don't care how minor it is. Aspirin and trying to think of something else that's not so serious. Oh, pain, narcotic medications, those type of things. Okay, cool. It's for pain. Something horrible happened. Cool, you got to take it. Anything for blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, anything based virtually outside of pain, no. Shouldn't be on that. That means you've done something to your body where it needs to be regulated by a pill that isn't even necessarily 100% natural and great for you, because half the time these people are taking more than one medications just to compensate for that first big pill. Rule number 3, you lack awareness. My biggest specialty standard for every show that I'll ever do. Your awareness. You'll hear me talking about it a lot. And I hope you get sick of me talking about it, because it just makes you aware of the fact that I'm talking about it. Where do you lack awareness of the fact of what? That you are obese, that you are fat, that you are overweight? Yes, let me be the one to say it. Hate me for saying it. You are fat. It's okay, though, because you want to do something about it, right? Let's do it. You take medication. You want to get off of them? There is a way. Trust me. You have serious illnesses. You have problems. It's never too late. Unless you feel like you're finna die tomorrow and you have no definitive purpose and value as far as wanting to fix the abuse you've done on your body, or maybe you're at that point of you're starting to see, or you see around you as far as family, where they've gone and where you're slowly hitting. That's a big ding, ding, ding. You always have, especially with the young ladies, mom, grandma, and aunties and cousins, and you're like the next generation in line, and you're like, wow, I'm the only skinny one here. Some people don't even notice that. You go to the family reunion, you hanging around mom and grandma and her sister at the kitchen table eating dinner. Does it dawn on you? I used to go to family reunions, young age. I always say, like, God, the only people really skinny here is the younger people. Wow. Is this what we're destined to grow into? Maybe. Possibly. Probably. It don't take much to get or lose control. That's with anything. Drugs, your weight, money, debt. All it takes is a little bit of unbalance. Guys, you got to get right. You got to want to get right, right? These are 3 major things that I've picked up on so far as what I need to get out of my mind and spirit, guys. You find yourself anywhere in line with that, it's time to make a change. As usual, it's been 15 wonderful minutes. Thank you for giving me 15 minutes of your time. Please tune in again next week. We'll have an even more powerful episode. And don't forget to look out for our special guest appearances. My name is Awesome Q. This is Wealth is Health Club. Peace out, baby.